Let's talk about influencers. I've actually had this video in my head for some number of months now. I just had to wait to get pissed off enough to actually sit down and record it. It just wouldn't be Seamrippin if I didn't actually rip into someone. Or a topic, mostly a topic. I want to go through some hard truths because it seems that the internet has this different idea of what goes into influencing. And being an influencer has become something evil. I'm bad and I've got a first-class ticket to hell, but not because of that. I've got extra tickets, by the way, if anybody wants one. I need to put a big disclaimer on this before I get started. This is gonna be ranty. If you're not used to my Seamrippin brand of video content, you probably don't realize that going in. So this is your one and only warning. If you're threatened by opinionated women, you probably shouldn't continue watching. Ye have been warned. Anyway, let's get started. People seem to think that influencers just get free crap in exchange for positive reviews. And while I can't speak for every influencer out there on the internet, at least in my case, that's absolutely not true. Everybody's moral compass is different, and I mean, you know, I'm not a whore, but $10 is $10. So at the time of recording this, I'm sitting just over 47,000 subscribers. Like, to me, that's a lot. That's a lot more than I ever expected to get just posting sewing videos. And then it started morphing into lasers and all kinds of other stuff, which I'm very grateful for. I mean, because I'm ADHD and I have a frick ton of hobbies, in case you haven't noticed. So the first raw truth about influencing is that channel size matters. It's probably the only time that I will actually tell you that size matters. Smaller creators get crappier deals. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. The truth hurts. I'm part of that truth for what it's worth. Like, I don't actually hold any beef against any particular brands over this. It's just a fact that a smaller channel isn't gonna get the same amount of traffic as a larger channel. So that just means less eyes on any potential review. And when some of these things that they're sending out to people like me for testing cost several $1,000s, they have to factor that in. Like, what are they getting in return? Well, it's not a positive review, I can tell you that much. But at least they're getting eyeballs on the product. Do you want bigger brands to look at you? Do you want bigger things? Then you have to be a bigger channel or a middle-aged white guy. That stings, but it's true. I mean, demographics matter. Nobody wants to admit it because, like, it's not inclusive, but it's true. If you're a middle-aged woman with 4 cats and 2 children and a bunch of sewing machines, guess what? You're gonna get asked to review a bunch of DIY tiny little stay-at-home mom machines. Oddly specific, but true. And do I hold a grudge? Absolutely not, because that's just how marketing works. And at the end of the day, influencing is some form of marketing. Like, if I had a nickel for every time a brand emailed me and told me that I wasn't big enough or in the right demographic range enough for one of the more expensive items, I wouldn't need to have a day job or do the YouTube thing, which I honestly do for fun. I don't need this crap. I just like the attention. Well, the positive attention anyway.
Oh, but you have affiliate links.
Yeah, so about that. You don't actually get a lot of money from the affiliate stuff. Like, maybe the max I've ever gotten is like 6%, which really isn't a lot. Oh, and here's one of the things they don't want you to know. If someone uses ad blocker while they're visiting your affiliate link, you don't get credit. The system filters them out. I've actually gotten screwed over by about $2,000 over that, and they're actually purchases from friends who used my links. The brands know, they can tell you exactly what happened, but for some reason, they can't give you credit for it. Fun, right? Might not look like it on the surface because I exude so much freaking confidence when I do these videos, but I'm actually a really sensitive person. I know, like, it doesn't sound like I would be. You know, my name is like Fierce Kittens. Rawr. So because of that, I honestly won't take many affiliate codes anymore because I just don't want to be called a shell or a whore. And yeah, that's happened quite a bit. And I know deep down it's because people are jealous, but it still sucks to have to deal with that. There's varying levels of interactions that you'll have with brands as an influencer. Oftentimes, I'm just sent things. Sometimes there are contracts involved, but at no point does any contract I sign or any item that I receive come with the stipulation of a positive review. I'm not saying every company has a flawless moral compass. There are probably companies out there that are sketchy. I just haven't worked with them yet. The most I ever get is a request to review the video before it goes up, but it's never to insert a positive opinion or to critique things. It's always there to correct inaccuracies and information that I'm putting into the video, or constructive feedback on how to make the video better. So I actually appreciate it when the brand managers want to do this, because like I've pointed out before, I'm not exactly the biggest channel on YouTube. You remember when I said size matters for your channel? Well, the larger the channel, the more weight you can throw behind requesting a fee for making said content. I'm not there yet. I'm still at the hey, here's an affiliate code and some free stuff stage, which I'm totally okay with because I don't know if I'd feel comfortable asking for money to make a video. And that's not to knock anybody who does, it's just my comfort level. Up to this point, I've just been spitting straight up facts. So let's go through the harsh reality of being on the receiving end of influencing. Trolls, professional internet trolls, otherwise known as assholes. Every time I post a video or something to socials, I get a barrage of negative comments. I have been harassed, bullied, and threatened over the dumbest stuff. I've had my voice made fun of, as if I didn't already hate the sound of my voice. I've been told that I wear too much makeup or not enough makeup, that I talk too much or not enough. I've had my clothing made fun of. I am unprofessional or too professional. I can't even answer questions on some Facebook groups without getting openly harassed for being an influencer. There is a great amount of disdain toward people like me who make content on YouTube. And I mean, I'm 46 years old at this point. Why would I care? Well, I'm human. I read every single one of those freaking comments. So I try not to give them the reaction that they want, but sometimes I swear to God, you can smell who they voted for through that network cable. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. I mean, sometimes the Venn diagram makes a freaking circle, y'all. Let's take this comment from Hector as an example. Man, Hector's big angy. I mean, if you're going to insult me, at least do it with correct grammar. Or how about Jason? Yeah, that's not how that crap works, Jason. This is a classic. Too much talking, not enough lasering. Okay, neckbeard. How about this one from Tammy? She got so angry, she had to drop the see you next Tuesday word. I mean, bravo. There aren't a lot of Americans who can use that one because they get so scared Satan's gonna come up and eat them, which might actually be true. You just never know when that will happen. Thank you, random man, for giving me your expert opinion on the content that I've been creating for the past 8 years. Man, I wish I had that kind of confidence. Jeff needs to get back into his basket. I have to say, the funniest comment I ever got was somebody accusing me of pushing Project 1692, which was the year of the Salem witch trials. I don't even know how to respond to people like that. Like, it wasn't political. Yeah, I think the cowboy hat gave it away. One of these days I'll do like one of those like Jimmy Kimmel mean tweets videos. You know, there's the ones that are insulting, the ones that make fun of my voice or what I look like, call me a shill, and then there are the ones that just go off the freaking deep end. Like, I don't even know what's wrong with these people, but I hope that they get the help that they need. Now, I know a lot of these comments stem from bots, but it still hurts. And I don't think enough people stop and think before they type anything out these days. The harsh reality about influencing in today's climate is people are jealous. They see someone else succeeding where they cannot, and they want to dig in their claws and make that person feel like crap for being successful, which I guess is just bullying in general. But it's also extremely ignorant. They have no idea how the system works. They don't have access to my emails, they don't know my contracts, and they don't know me. They just see something that I have that they don't have, and they want it. Honestly, I have to admit that I stopped making content over this summer because I just needed a freaking break. I have a full-time job, 2 kids to raise, and a mortgage to pay. My mental health has been shot. This whole like YouTube thing, the influencing thing, it takes a toll. And I just wish more people understood that, hence the rant video. The one thing that I hope you take away from the video is a firm understanding of what goes into influencing and the downsides of it. Because yeah, it's great. I get a little commission here or there. I get free toys to play with that I probably wouldn't have bought on my own because I only have so many funds for like toys. Anyway, I've said my piece. I hope that this educated you in a ranty, somewhat humorous manner. Remember that I thrive on attention and souls. So please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, I guess, if you like all this crap. And don't forget to put your soul in the drop box on your way out.